Hey guys, it's Callie and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Callie and I am a first semester nursing student and I'm about to take my first finals in nursing school. So that's super exciting but also super nerve-wracking because they're all 100 questions each and they're all cumulative. So that means that they cover content from the beginning of the semester to the end of the semester and I'm pretty scared, but yeah, I wanted to take you guys along with me as I study and prepare for these finals and share everything with you guys that I am doing to prepare for them and to conquer them, if you will. So the current classes I'm taking right now are Pathophysiology, Health Assessment, and Patient-Centered Care. And then I had 2 labs this semester that correlated to Health Assessment and Patient-Centered Care, and then I also just finished my Patient-Centered Care clinicals. So those 3 classes are going to be the classes that I have these finals in. And I'm most nervous for my patho final, and it's also my first one. I have my patho final on Monday at 8 a.m. and today is currently Friday. So I have today, tomorrow, and Sunday to prepare for that final. And then after I take it on Monday, I plan to prepare for my patient-centered care one, which is on Wednesday. That's the next one that I have. So Monday night and Tuesday, I'm going to study for that one. And then I have my health assessment final on Thursday, and it's my last one. But I don't have a lot of time between Wednesday and Thursday, between my patient-centered care final and the health assessment one, to study for the health assessment one. So Monday night after my patho one, I plan to kind of start studying for both of them. So I'll study the majority of the time for patient-centered care, but I'll also start studying for the health assessment one. And I'll show you guys my planner because it'll make more sense because I have everything planned out in here. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys everything that I've planned out in my planner here because I have each class planned out in here for what I'm gonna do for each class. So this is my health assessment one, this is for patho, and this is for patient-centered care. And it's literally all Quizlets too, basically, that I'm gonna be making. So these are all just like Quizlets that I've kind of planned. And then once they're all done, I'm gonna just study the Quizlets. So I'm gonna go to the library today after I go to the gym here, and then I'm just gonna grind and finish all these Quizlets. So I'll show you guys some clips of that. But first, I want to explain to you guys everything that I've written down here because I think it'll make more sense then. So okay, so before we start, I always get questions, and this is the Erin Condren Life Planner because I always get comments asking me where my planner is from, so that's where it's from. But let's start with patho. So this is I made exam plans for each class, and so my first one is next Monday. So this is my list of everything that I needed to finish making to prepare for my patho exam. And if you've seen any of my videos before, you probably know that I always study through making Quizlets. So that's basically what everything is here. So I needed to finish like my urinary and reproductive Quizlet. I got that done. I needed to finish my musculoskeletal one. I got that done. So these are the last Quizlets I need to make before I'm going to start just studying all of them for the exam. So I still need to make my Quizlet on hematopoietic function. I'm actually almost all done with this one, and then I just have 2 small Quizlets I have to make on integumentary and sensory function. My teacher also made a quizzes, which is kind of like Kahoot exam review, so I want to study that as well. The quizzes reviews are really helpful. A lot of the tutors at my school use those, and they make a lot of questions on them, and they're super, super helpful. And then, so after I finish making all this stuff, I'm just going to study it all up until Monday. So I'm probably just going to spend all of Saturday and Sunday over the weekend studying that. And then once I'm done with that final, I'm going to move on to PCC and a little bit of health assessment since they're so close together. But for PCC, we have dosage calculation questions on that final. So I need to review that and just brush up on medication administration in general. And then they're requiring us to know all of the conversions for our final. So I'm going to make a conversions Quizlet just with all the conversions for like milliliters to liters, milligrams to micrograms, like all that stuff. I'm going to study all of my old Quizlets throughout the semester, and then I'm also going to do ATI practice questions because ATI has really good practice questions for patient-centered care, so I'm going to study that as well. And then for health assessment, I'm going to study all of my old Quizlets as well. I'm going to do that for all my classes. And then I also just still need to finish these Quizlets here. So yeah, basically the only way that I study for like all of my classes, like 90% of the time, is through Quizlets. I know that everyone has different methods of studying. Everyone has different things that help them. For me, Quizlet works really well because it's active recall, and that's the best way that I learn. So it's literally just flashcards online. If you've never heard of Quizlet before, it is essentially online flashcards, which I really like because then I just always have it with me on my phone or my laptop. It's really easy. I can just be at the gym or I can be on the go. I've been on an airplane before studying the Quizlet flashcards, and it's really useful and helpful for me. Quizlet also has like games and stuff that you can play, like matching games and stuff too, that are interactive, so you can change it up if you want to do something different. I know that flashcards don't work for everyone though. Everyone has different ways that they prefer to learn. I have friends who really like to do the whiteboard method, and I also have friends who really like to do charts. So they like to make tables where, like for pathophysiology, they like to make tables of like all the different conditions and then comparing like all the manifestations and stuff, and they'll just study like the charts like that. I know a lot of people like to make study guides with pictures and everything, but for me, the best way that I learn is through active recall. It's just how it is for me, and it's what works for me. So definitely the number one thing that I will say, if you're starting nursing school soon or you're looking for new methods of studying, just choose what works the best for you, because everyone's brain is different, everyone is a different learner, but I will always really recommend Quizlet because the active recall and then just the convenience of it. It's very convenient. You always have it on your phone. But yeah, so that's everything I'm doing in a gist to prepare for these finals. So now I'm just gonna spend probably the rest of this video just showing you guys clips of me studying, and then I'm gonna update you guys about like where I am in the process of studying, and then I might share clips after I take the finals of how they went. I don't know when I'm gonna get the grades back, so I don't know if I'm gonna be putting that in this video or not, but I do want to be real on here, and I do want to share like my full nursing school experience with you guys. So I'm gonna try and share my grades with you guys. But yeah, definitely I'm most nervous for this patho one. Patho is just a lot of information, like it's just a lot of content. I liked the class. I enjoyed learning all of the disease processes and the manifestations and everything. It's a very interesting class if you're going into nursing. It's definitely all stuff that is going to be beneficial for you to know because it's all stuff that you're going to see in the hospital. It is very interesting. It's just a lot of info. So I'm really nervous for that final, but the one that I honestly want to do the best on, that I think is actually going to be the hardest one for me, is my PCC final, because PCC, patient-centered care, has been my hardest class because the way the questions are set up, there are like always more than one right answer and you have to choose the best answer. So a lot of the questions I feel like are very subjective, and like for example, there are a lot of questions that ask you about like, how would you respond to the patient, or how would you say this to the patient, or all these answers are correct but choose the best one or the first priority. Like it's always questions like that. So it's essentially like nursing theory, and it's more focused on making you the best sort of like nurse that you can be. But yeah, and then that's my lowest grade right now. I have a 91 in PCC right now. So based on how this final exam goes really determines if I'm gonna get an A or a B in the class. I would love to get an A. It'd be really nice to finish the class strong with an A, because I had a B for a little bit and then I pulled it up ever so slightly with the last two exams. I scraped by, I got like a 90 on the last two. But this final exam is 100 questions, and I just feel like it's gonna be so hard to get an A on this and to keep an A in the class. So, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try really hard because I really do want to finish with all A's my first semester in nursing school. That would be so awesome. I really didn't think it was possible at certain points, but whatever happens, I'm still gonna be happy and I'm still gonna be proud of myself, no matter the grades I get, because I still made it through my first semester in nursing school, and that is a lot to be proud of. So yeah, but without further ado, let's get into the rest of the video. Hey guys, it's the next day. I finished all of my Quizlets yesterday in the library, which is awesome for Patho. So now I'm going to spend all day today and tomorrow just studying those. If I take some breaks, I might start getting ahead on my health assessment Quizlets just because I have a few of those I need to make still, and I don't want to be cramming and like finishing those Quizlets around the time when I need to be studying them, like the night before the exam. But I feel good about the Patho Quizlets. Now I need to grind and like get it all into my brain and study all of that, and I'm just like not looking forward to it because it's just gonna be a lot of memorization and just sitting there and like memorizing all these flashcards. But yeah, and then I take my Patho final in 2 days and it's over with, and then just 2 more to go. I cannot wait, guys, for finals to be over. I really need this break. Like, this semester has just been so much, like it's been a lot. I need just some time to like reset, I feel like. I'm really excited for Christmas. We're going to Indiana for Christmas and I can't wait for that because it like snows there. I live in Florida and it doesn't snow here. It doesn't even get cold. Usually we get like 3 weeks out of the whole year where it gets like really cold pretty much. So I'm really excited for that and just I can't wait for break. But anyway, I'm gonna go to the library today. I'm just gonna study all day. I have my little crew neck here to keep me warm because it's always freezing in that library. But first, I'm gonna get a coffee because if you know me, you know I have to have a coffee like every single day. It gets me through the day. But yeah, let's have a good productive day. Let's get lots of studying done, and I'll see you guys sometime later. Hey guys, it's 1:12. It is post-patho final exam. I'm all done with my patho class officially. I don't really know how the exam went. I would say it was just a lot of questions, a lot of information was covered because it was everything from the beginning of the class to the end. And patho is just really heavy on content and information, like memorizing stuff. So to fit like all of that information in your brain, I feel like is impossible in one semester. Like I feel like over time, over years, like yes, you can, know all of that information. Like one day it'll all just be natural to you, but the amount of information that you cover in a patho course in one semester is just so much, and like it's impossible to memorize like every single thing. I feel like me and my friends were talking about that and we all agreed like it's a lot of content, but I think it went fairly well. I don't really know. We find out our grades on Wednesday or tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know how it went based on what grade I got. But yeah, so now I have to study for my PCC exam, which is the day after tomorrow, so it's on Wednesday, and then my final exam is on Thursday, and that's in health assessment. So I'm gonna study for both of those all day today, and I really want to do well on them, especially PCC, because I really want to keep an A in that class. I want to get all A's. But yeah, I need to finish a few Quizlets for health assessment, and then I'm good to go, and I'm just going to study all of my Quizlets for PCC and health assessment over the next 2 days. Take those exams, and then we'll be all done. I do feel like a huge sense of relief now that I got the patho final out of the way. Like, I feel like I can breathe a little bit more. I'm debating like going for a run or something because I really don't want to just sit and study. Right now, it's only 1 o'clock, and I feel like if I go in my room and I sit and study from 1 o'clock until until I go to bed, I'm gonna go like stir crazy in my room, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just gonna study those Quizlets and we're gonna see how it goes and hope for the best. And then I'm also gonna do ATI practice questions. So I think those should be really helpful for PCC because like, I don't know, PCC is just so like application based. So I feel like the best way to study for that class is by practicing applying your knowledge to questions and like working the problem through in your head and stuff, and just getting familiar with like certain answers, because you're going to start to see those over and over again, like certain phrases that you're supposed to say to patients. You're never supposed to ask like why. You're never supposed to. There's certain therapeutic communication tactics and techniques they like to drill into your brain and they want you to know. So whenever you take ATI questions, like you're going to start to see a pattern, and you're going to start to see like the same questions over and over again, just worded differently with different answer choices. And like eventually I think that the more practice questions you do, the better you get at like understanding nursing theory and just memorizing like the standard procedures and priorities and stuff. Because I feel like that's mainly like what patient-centered care is knowing priority, like throughout everything, like just knowing what the first priorities are, what you're always supposed to do first, safety always comes first, what you're supposed to assess first, the nursing process. That's like the bulk of patient-centered care, I would say. If any of you are nursing students watching this, like you probably know what ADPI is, like assessment, diagnosis, planning, intervention, and evaluation. I feel like that is patient-centered care in a gist applied to like everything. And there's just like questions about all of that. Anyway, I'll update you guys maybe tomorrow or the next day, and I'll let you guys know how the next 2 exams go. So wish me the best, and I'll see you guys sometime soon.
The glass won't kill you, right? Gladly she replies, you got me running circles inside of my head. Now we're doing everything that I wish you had said. You know the glass won't kill you, right? Gladly she replies like and in the morning you awake to a happy sunny day, and you happen to lay right here with me. If history repeats. 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, I just got back from my PCC final and I am officially done with patient-centered care. I'm really hoping I got at least an 80 because I think I need at least an 80 to stay at an A in the class. So I'm really hoping that I got that, but I don't really know. It was a lot of questions. It was 100 questions, and that's a lot. So I just felt like I was sitting there taking that exam for so long. And my eyes, like when I finally finished the exam and I closed my laptop, my eyes were all like fuzzy and like I couldn't see at a distance. Like that's how long I'd been staring at my laptop for. But now we just have one more exam to go. It's health assessment and it's tomorrow. Right now it's 4 o'clock and I take the exam at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So there's not a whole lot of time to study. So I'm just gonna try my best and hope for the best and we'll see. I pretty much need the same thing in health assessment too. I need to get like at least an 80% or around that area to stay at an A in the class. So I'm just gonna spend the rest of this night studying as much as possible. I'm using break and the fact that this is our very last exam for level 1 to like power me through. Like we're so close to the end. I'm so tired of studying, but we're almost there. There's light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, I will see you guys probably after I take that exam tomorrow. So pray for me and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, I'm back home for break. It's been a couple days since my last exam, but I wanted to share all of my final exam scores with you guys because I took you along for the ride. So for patho, I got an 88, which I was pretty happy with because out of 100 questions and like literally all of the content from the beginning to the end of the course, I will take an 88. Like an 88, in my opinion, that's really good. So I'm proud of myself. And then for health assessment, I got an 86. So I'm happy about that too. That's still like a really good grade in my opinion. And then in patient-centered care, which I think was the exam I was the most stressed for, the most nervous for, because I really needed a good enough grade to keep an A in the class. I got an 83 on that exam. So it literally put me right on the brink of an A and a B. I literally made it out of the class with a 90, like a 90.1 or like a 90.3, like right there. So that was kind of crazy, but I'm so thankful to have made it through my first semester in nursing school with all A's. I wanted to make all A's so bad and I did it. So I'm so happy. Like I'm so proud of myself. I know there are still lots of semesters to come and you know, it might not be the same every single semester, but I'm really proud of myself for this semester and just having made it through it all. It's so nice to finally be done and I can't believe I made it through my first semester in nursing school. Time flew. Like time went by so fast. And I'm gonna be a level 2 nursing student in like 4 weeks. So that's really crazy. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And if you did, please make sure to give it a like and to subscribe for more videos from me in the future because I will be making lots more videos documenting my nursing school journey. So I hope to see you guys in the next one and I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas or a very happy holidays.